March of 2009, all of a sudden it appeared out of nowhere, the tinnitus. And I never did anything fun, concerts or anything like that, but just there it was. So it just appeared one day. And I went to the doctor because I didn't know what this was. And he asked me if I had Meniere's. Was I dizzy? No, I didn't have Meniere's. And they're just like, oh, sorry. There's nothing we can do. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't hear properly, and this is constant. But when I first got it, it was intermittent until, as I get in my mid-50s, where all of a sudden, it had plateaued like this, and all of a sudden it was a full deviation worse. It was just really bad and got really loud and was all the time. And it gets to a point, it's exhausting. Social events are exhausting. Trying to talk on the phone is exhausting. It's bad. We went to dinner with my in-laws, and my in-laws have decided this is the moment in their life they're going to start speaking really softly. And it wasn't super crowded, but it was crowded enough. And I finally said to my mother-in-law, like, you might as well be speaking in interpretive dance, okay? Because I can't hear a word you're saying. And we're right across the table from each other. I said, I can't do this anymore. We have to do something about this. I was at a concert for a homeschool friend, and I was talking to another homeschool mom, and they had been to a concert up in Emmitsburg. Their 18-year-old was close enough to the speakers. He came home with tinnitus. And she said, we've gone to Hope Hearing of Iowa. They're the only people we found who can treat this. And so I came home and told my husband we need to make an appointment. And I think I was here within 2 weeks. Yeah. I walked out with hearing aids. It was life-changing. I finally got a moment's peace, like they left me alone, and I could hear the waves, and I thought I could work with this. This worked for me. But it was immediate because the clarity, you can hear birds better, you can hear voices better, everything is clear. And that's, I think, the biggest thing with tinnitus is that it's not that you can't hear, you can hear, but nothing is clear. It makes everything clear finally. And you don't realize what you have lost until you get it back again. The hearing aids were clearly life-changing. And so, as I said, I walked out, had an appointment and walked out with them. I think a lot of people, men and women, are apprehensive about having hearing aids because they're going to say, oh, I'm going to look old. And I say to them, okay, so what makes you look older? Something you can't see, or going, huh? What was that? Or checking out, because I found myself doing that too. It is exhausting to have hearing loss at this point. I've only had these not even 2 years, I don't think. I cannot imagine life without them. I would recommend it to anybody. Don't hesitate to do this. Don't wait to do this. And you don't realize how poorly you're functioning until you're functioning again. And you don't realize how much you've lost until you get it back. At least come in for a test, at least try them and see, because it's a life-changing thing.